All right, I got three little video clips here of running the boroscope um, down the sill. That hole there is 3/4 of an inch, and what I've done is gone through and scraped it with one of my wire hook or wire fishes because it actually had a hook on the end, um, and so I was able to make some progress. But you can see um, I didn't get it all. Basically trying to use the hook to break up the packed up um, 45 years worth of dirt. Don't know what that white stuff is. Um, Obviously it was there before. Must had it been put on at the factory since there's no way to get in there to put it on there. You can see there's like vertical strokes. Probably asbestos. You can see here there's a lot of debris. It's like sparkly sand. We're tilted at 90 degrees to the right, more or less, because on the left wall is the reinforcing brace and the right wall is the outer sill. Now we're all the way to the back, and this is where I need to put in that little patch where the lip of the rear fender was rusted away at the bottom because they had actually cupped it so that it held dirt at the bottom. And then I also spread this open a little bit wider. That groove there is from where I was cutting with my die grinder. But I pulled the outer sill away some to make sure that the water could come out. But you can see how small it is because those are my fingertips. You can see my fingerprints. So everything in these boroscope videos looks ginormous, but they actually aren't. And two got a big clump there off to the right. And that hole is 3/4 of an inch, and that's 18 gauge steel. Well, actually, 20 gauge steel. It gives you a sense of the scale. So now I've gone in and taken the wire fish and thrashed around violently, dug at the corner some more, and I vacuumed it as well. I got some funny tubing and then just ran the funny tubing in there straight. Hooked up to my giant shop vac that Blazy got me a couple years ago, and tried to suck up the sand, sand and mud that's been resting in there. So now we just went past the bottom of that first brace, and you can see got a lot more of the crap off the floor. Now we're coming into where that white stuff is. Coming to that brace at the back of the car. And to the hole again. So that's the rear fender. or the rear wheel well. But you might notice that the big clump of stuff that was back here is gone now. I broke it up and was able to suck it up with the vacuum cleaner. Times like these is when I'm trying to get it to back out. Sometimes it kind of gets hung up. That's the 1/8 inch thick cable from the Boroscope. So now I'm going to try the my other $25 Amazon Boroscope here in just a second. Yeah, so now I'm going to switch to the other Boroscope, which isn't as high res, but it seems like the color rendition is much better. That's the groove in the inner sill. That's the wire where you run the wire harness down the sides. And there's that 3/4 inch hole with 20 gauge steel for the inner sill. And that's the very bottom of that brace. But the colors just look better. There's a weird bit of halo on the right from the Boroscope camera has LEDs around it. So this one doesn't get any more interesting, just the same thing with the lower res, but I think better color rendering camera. Have fun.